A trial court is currently hearing his bail petition. The Enforcement Directorate claims that proceeds of crime add up to 600 crore rupees. Now, Kejriwal's lawyer, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, argued that the Enforcement Directorate has not been able to establish the need to arrest a sitting chief minister. His arrest has sparked widespread protests in Delhi. The police also have detained leaders like Atishi. Saurabh Bharadwaj. Kejriwal has been brought to the Roos Avenue court by the Enforcement Directorate to hear the matter. Now, Kejriwal's arrest has also sparked strong reaction from the opposition party leaders. Rahul Gandhi tweeted, and I quote, "A scared dictator wants to create a dead democracy," end of quote. He went on to say that arrest of Chief Minister has become a common thing. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee said it's outrageous that elected ministers are being targeted deliberately, calling it a blatant assault on democracy. Chief Ministers of Tamil Nadu and Kerala have called it a witch hunt. Opposition leaders will approach the Election Commission. The BJP hit back at the allegations, calling the arrest a victory of truth. The party has also demanded the resignation of Kejriwal as Delhi's Chief Minister. Joining us now to take this forward are Sulaiman Mohammad Khan of the Congress Party, Charu Pragya of the BJP. Also with us on the program are HP Ranina, corporate lawyer, and Piyush Joshi, political analyst. Before we go on to our guests, let us tell you that the hearing has been taking place at the Roos Avenue Court. An order is awaited shortly. It was a rather heated hearing that took place in the trial court. This after Abhishek Manu Singhvi, the senior advocate representing Arvind Kejriwal, withdrew their plea to challenge the arrest in the Supreme Court, stating that they would like to go to the trial court first. Interestingly, BRS leader K. Kavita's plea had also come up in the Supreme Court to challenge her arrest by the Enforcement Directorate, but the apex court directed her to follow protocol and directed her to the trial court, saying that there cannot be a departure from precedent. During the hearing in the trial court, we believe Abhishek Manu Singhvi went on to say that this move is clearly a case to scare the opposition, and this is the first time that a sitting chief minister has been arrested. Charu Pragya of the BJP is with us now. Charu Pragya, a lot of questions for the BJP, for the government, as to the timing of this arrest. Yes, 9 summons have been served on Arvind Kejriwal, but why would the Enforcement Directorate wait for so long to go ahead and arrest the sitting chief minister of Delhi? Now, this coming after the top 4 leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party were also arrested.
A very good afternoon to you, Parikshit. If ED had arrested Arvind Kejriwal earlier, they would have said that he was arrested too soon. He was not given enough opportunity to defend himself. Now, when he is finally arrested after 9 summons, they're complaining about the timing again. Well, they could have avoided this had they just responded to the first summon or the second one or the third one. 9 summons were given to the Chief Minister of Delhi, and he blatantly chose to ignore every single one of them. In fact, many a times his excuses were actually feeble. His Vipassana was more important than dealing with the legal issue as critical as this one. So that's a non-excuse, and it's better for us to not address that. The courts have been very categoric in putting down Aam Aadmi Party in the case of the Delhi liquor scam. Money trail of 350 crore was noticed by the court. After that, the court also made an observation saying that maybe the entire political party should be made a party to this. One step further, the CAG report actually talks of thousands of crores. There have been big names which have been telling and have told on leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party, whether it is Vijay Nair or it is Arora or it is K. Kavita. So all the boxes are getting ticked slowly and steadily. And I can just say one thing. From my understanding, from the way the ED has been functioning, they never do anything by half measure. If they are getting to a point where they feel they can arrest a chief minister, I am very certain they have enough reason for doing so. Also, PMLA procedure is very strict. It clearly says that the questioning needs to happen in the IO's office under a video camera. It needs to be videographed continually. So they're just following procedure. There is 144 in Delhi today. In spite of that, Aam Aadmi Party workers are protesting, blockading roads. And I just hope it doesn't come down to a point of further anarchy in the capital city.
Okay. But you know, Charu Pragya, this is something that is going to bring the opposition further together. Today, all chief ministers, be it Pinarayi Vijayan, be it Mamata Banerjee, they're all tweeting and supporting Arvind Kejriwal. Wouldn't the BJP be bringing the opposition together in a much stronger way? What is the message that is going out to the opposition and the world as well?
The wonderful thing about digitalization is that everything leaves a footprint. So today, it's ironic that the opposition leaders want to rally behind Arvind Kejriwal because it was the Congress some time ago which was tweeting to claim credit for filing an FIR and opening the investigation on the liquor scam on Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party. Pawan Khera actually took a press conference. An FIR was filed by Anil Kumar. He is the Delhi Pradesh Congress Committee chairperson. So I am sorry, isn't it just ironic and downright funny that you could accuse Arvind Kejriwal of a scam while you were not in an alliance? Now, for political reasons,
all right. Let me also go across to. Okay, Charu Pragya, just hold on for a moment. Let me also get in HP Ranina, senior advocate who's joining us on the phone line. Mr. Ranina, let me also ask you about the PMLA Act under which Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested. How difficult would it be for Arvind Kejriwal to prove his case before the court, considering that we have been seeing how a number of leaders from the Aam Aadmi Party, also from the JMM, Hemant Soren, K. Kavita of BRS, they've all been arrested. And it is generally said it is now very difficult under PMLA to get bail.
Well, in PMLA case, the facts are very crucial. So long as the facts are brought out by the investigating authorities and placed before the court is not going to intervene because court never interferes in the investigative agency's fact findings. Court only decides issues of law, not on facts. So if the facts are good, if the facts are clear, then the court will not intervene and they will allow the investigative authorities to continue with the investigation. So the whole issue turns on the facts. So if the correct facts have been brought by the investigative authorities before the court, then the bail will not be given to the party. And court and investigative authorities will be asked to continue with the investigation.
Right. Let me also get in the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, Sidharth Sharma, who's joining us. Sidharth Sharma, how is this going to play out for the Aam Aadmi Party? All the top leaders now who were the faces of the party are arrested and are in jail. How does this affect the campaign of the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi and across the country? Today, AAP workers have protested in different parts. In Delhi, they have been detained. How does this affect your campaign?
Depends on the batting depth that you have. India recently defeated England without Virat Kohli or KL Rahul, so it doesn't matter. We are a nation of 140 crore people. Aam Aadmi Party has governments in 2 states. It has MLAs in 4 states. It has elected people across India in nearly 15 states, so it doesn't matter. Having said that, in the lighter vein, the serious matter here is that there is something called as law and then there is something called as abuse of law. A matchbox can be used to cook food for hungry, or you can always also burn down somebody's house. Law is to be applied wisely. It cannot become a weapon to be wielded on your selected enemies. Only despots resort to political purging. Democratic parties like BJP shouldn't indulge in acts of purging. Now, as far as Arvind Kejriwal getting arrested is concerned, the what is the modus operandi of arresting Kejriwal? First, BJP raids corporates through its enforcement directorate. Rather, I'd like to call it as election desperation. Then it extorts money in the name of electoral bonds from them. This is what happened with Aurobindo Pharma MD. And then it turns that accused person into an approver and then arrests some Arvind Kejriwal on such a statement. But the moot question here is that if Arvind Kejriwal is arrested, why is his octogenarian parents also being arrested, whom the world saw needing help even to walk around during their visit a few weeks ago to Ayodhya Ram Mandir? And another point, a very funny point, BJP revels in saying that Arvind Kejriwal is kingpin of something called as the Delhi excise issue. Then if BJP is saying that Arvind Kejriwal is kingpin, is BJP also confessing that the Pradhan of BJP is also a kingpin of a racket which has 8,250 crore rupees of illegal money as per the Supreme Court. So is the BJP saying that it is a bigger kingpin than that? So let us not get into dialectics. Acts
All
like
right.
jailing your
So, no, Mr. Sharma, I don't think we should make that connection between the electoral bonds and say that it is illegal money. Yes, it has been turned down by the Supreme Court.
Has Supreme Court said it is legal money?
Several political parties,
Supreme Court clearly said that electoral bond is illegal money.
Supreme Court has... But all political parties have received money. All political parties have received money from this, including the Congress, including the Trinamool Congress. Okay, I'm going to come back to you. Mr. Sharma. Let me also get in Piyush Joshi, a political analyst who is with us, Mr. Sharma. We are going to come back. You have some strong points and we will get you time as well. Piyush Joshi, to get you in, how does this affect the election season? The election season is well and truly on right now. The opposition is angry that leaders are being arrested just as the country is getting ready for elections. How do you think this could impact the political scenario for the opposition, for the BJP?
Well, as far as the BJP is concerned, and Mr. Kejriwal being put behind bars definitely is a body blow to Aam Aadmi Party. I have no doubt in saying that. Mr. Kejriwal's arrest is a setback for Aam Aadmi Party. He is the supreme leader. So when it comes to the states of Delhi and Punjab, at least Aam Aadmi Party, if Mr. Kejriwal is not released, if not granted bail after the initial judicial remand as well, then it is going to be tough for Aam Aadmi Party to contest elections in these two states in the absence of Mr. Kejriwal and in the absence of its other three top leaders. So, and this is precisely what I think BJP wants. Having frozen the accounts of Congress Party, you may find reasons for doing so. You may find reasons to arrest Mr. Kejriwal, Mr. Sisodia, Mr. Satyendra Jain, and Mr. Sanjay Singh. But definitely, it is not a free and fair election. Certainly, there is no level playing field now. We have seen it in the cases of electoral bonds. We have seen it in the cases pertaining to the other opposition leaders who have switched ranks and joined Bharatiya Janata Party, like Ajit Dada Pawar, like Hemant Biswa Sarma, Digambar Kamath, and the list goes on and on and on. So in those cases, they have not even been summoned. It's been over a decade since the Union Home Minister Amit Shah leveled charges against Hemant Biswa Sarma, and he has not been summoned even once. So it is fairly clear as to in which direction this democracy is moving. It is the sad state of affairs.
Let me get in Sulaiman Mohammad Khan of the Congress Party, Piyush. Sulaiman Mohammad Khan, Piyush, also the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson Sidharth, they're all saying this is not a level playing field. This is unconstitutional. You're putting opposition leaders, strong opposition leaders behind the bars just before the vote is cast. How is this going to impact the working of the India Alliance? Does this make sure that in the campaign you put the arrest of leaders like Hemant Soren, Arvind Kejriwal right on top of the campaign agenda?
Definitely. This is what, exposed Mr. Modi, BJP and Mr. Amit Shah. This is what we have been saying for 10 years. This is what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been telling. That if this will continue, it will be, there will be no democracy. And where is it? Where is it? We are into, into the election phase. Model code of conduct is in, force. And is this a level playing field? Hemant Soren is arrested. Arvind Kejriwal is arrested. Accounts of Congress Party, the principal opposition party, have been freezed. Nothing happening. You have just tried to, suppress the voices, throttle the voices, completely put off the opposition without any oxygen. So if you want to win the election, you just declare it. Not a problem. But there is no democracy left. और जैसा कि राहुल गांधी जी ने कल कहा कि डरा हुआ तानाशाह मरा हुआ लोकतंत्र चाहता है. This is what is the truth is. Electoral bonds have exposed Mr. Modi, the corruption. Why there is no inquiry on electoral bonds? Why were they so scared to reveal the data on electoral bonds? We have complained on Rafale also. I heard BJP spokesperson telling that Congress party has complained against this liquor policies and the corruption allegations. We have also complained against Rafale corruption, in which Mr. Modi was directly involved. Why haven't there been an inquiry on Rafale? And now please don't say that Supreme Court had dismissed a
Okay.
32 petition. That was a 32 petition. It was a writ petition filed
All
by
right.
someone. We want an investigation. So actually, the democracy has been murdered.
Okay, Sulaiman
All
Khan,
opposition
both
leaders have
you
been put
and
on
Sidharth
hold.
have raised some important
Accounts of
questions.
the Congress party has
We're
been
going to
frozen.
put
Just
those
let me
questions to
complete.
Charu Pragya right after this break. This is a heated debate we're having. Clearly, big questions for the government and the BJP. We will get the BJP spokesperson to answer all of that once we are back. We'll be back in a short while, in just about 2 minutes from now. Welcome back. We are discussing the arrest of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal by the Enforcement Directorate under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act for kickbacks, alleged kickbacks in the Delhi excise policy scam, as it is being called by the Enforcement Directorate. Let's go straight across to Charu Pragya of the BJP. Charu Pragya, some strong questions, some valid questions being raised by the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, the Congress Party spokesperson on the panel. Here you have BJP, which is a recipient of more than 8,000 crores since 2017 to 2024 in electoral bonds. And on the other, opposition leaders are being arrested, questions are being raised against them. They have a point. They have a point to ask why all this action just ahead of elections. Charu Pragya, how do you respond to what the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson and the Congress said?
I'm going to directly and verbatim quote our Honorable Home Minister here. When the details of the electoral bonds are released, all these opposition leaders are going to be running helter-skelter. We should save this debate and their questions so that we can make them hear it later. Just like now I'm quoting Pawan Khera, but the Congress spokesperson has nothing to add about that. And if electoral bonds are considered a scam by the opposition leaders today, why did they accept money? Why? Because if you look at the number, 6,600 odd crores were taken by opposition political parties. And if you look at the number of state governments they have, if you look at the number of members of parliaments they have, it is surprising that they still want to discuss this. And it's been money which is coming their way. On an average, more than the money which is coming the ruling party's way. Also, let me put this on record. The Bharatiya Janata Party every single year has declared every penny it has received in donations, not simply now after the Supreme Court intervened, even earlier, and they can go back and check our records. But why don't we discuss Arvind Kejriwal now? They want to tie this to other issues because they want to evade responsibility for what happened. Delhi liquor scam was a scam which was committed right under our noses, because if you join the dots again, let's remember what happened. The commission was raised to 12%. Blacklisted companies were got back in. They have been evading summons. Money trail is written down by the Supreme Court. I am not saying this.
Okay.
The ED has made observations which are alarming.
Let me get in the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson also.
Now.
Yes, we have heard those remarks being made by the Enforcement Directorate lawyer in the trial court right now. They have said Arvind Kejriwal was the kingpin. They have said that kickbacks were received. This was rooted to Goa elections as well. Sidharth Sharma, how do you respond to what Charu Pragya of the BJP is saying? Yes, you're saying this is absolutely unconstitutional. This is not done. You cannot be arresting opposition leaders on the eve of the elections. But there were 9 summons. And if I remember correctly, even when the first summon was issued to Arvind Kejriwal in the Delhi excise policy scam, there was a fear of arrest. Top leaders had gone on to say that we anticipate an arrest very soon. The Kejriwal government did not honor the summon at that point in time. If you were expecting this, why not go ahead and join the investigation when the summon was first received?
Yeah, I'll answer to your questions, Parikshit. But before that, the BJP spokesperson was saying something about the liquor scam. So this is the BJP's Ram Rajya model, where in Uttar Pradesh they have given licenses for home bars. This is not me speaking. This is the proof. So better BJP not speak about liquor scams, etc. They themselves are giving away home bar licenses in Uttar Pradesh. So let us come back to what. चारू आराम से सुन लीजिए ना, दिक्कत क्या है? डिबेट ही तो हो रहा है. आपकी बारी आएगी तो आप आराम से बात कर लीजिए, नहीं तो मैं चुप हो जाता हूँ. आप ही बोल लीजिए. आप अरेस्ट भी आप ही कीजिए, बोलना भी आप ही कीजिए, तो हम लोग बैठे रहेंगे. हमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. मेरे पीछे पार्टी का नाम है.
Okay, Sidharth, let's go ahead with your remarks.
Yeah. So my remarks are very simple. That when ED says, then again I'll come back to the kingpin thing, but I will not repeat it what I've already said, since you have asked Charu Pragya and she has not answered to it. I made the argument earlier also. There is a law and there is an abuse of law. Aam Aadmi Party also took electoral bond money, but it took from credible houses and did not give to any quid pro quo. Whereas in the Delhi liquor policy issue, it is very clear that corporates were raided. Corporates like Aurobindo Pharma were raided. Its MD was arrested. And after the arrest, the Aurobindo Pharma gave nearly 30 crore rupee as electoral bond money to BJP. And then that same person becomes, from an accuser to he becomes an approver. Then you arrest Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Now, yesterday evening, today, the ED is saying that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is the chief accused, right? If I'm not wrong. But strangely, in yesterday in the High Court itself, when the hearing was on, ED clearly mentioned in front of the judge that he is called neither as an accused nor as the leader of Aam Aadmi Party. So ED has to clarify this paradox, that how come yesterday morning somebody was not an accused, neither was he being called as an Aam Aadmi Party leader, but by evening, how come that person becomes the chief, the main accused? So this again very clearly states that yesterday what essentially happened, Parikshit, you know, I know, the entire world knows.
All right, Mr. Sidharth Sharma.
Yeah.
May I come in, please?
All right, Sidharth, we're running out of time. I want to give one final comment to Piyush Joshi here and Sulaiman Mohammed Khan. Sir, Mr. Ranina? Oh, all right, Sulaiman Mohammed Khan, please go ahead. Quick 30 seconds, then I'll give 30 seconds to Piyush Joshi as well. Please go ahead,
We have no problem with what Ms. Charu said. Let's have a debate on electoral bonds. And why you say the whole opposition? You are one party, BJP. You are not the kings. Opposition are different parties. There are India Alliance, there are outside the India Alliance opposition parties who are with nobody. So don't say that. And see, on 11th of March, on 4th of March, they filed an application that if you want time till 30th of June, when Supreme Court reprimanded them, on 15th of March, everything was out. Then again, they were taken to task. Then again, everything was out. Who has the maximum share? And there is a linkage. You gave contract, you take bribe. Rahul Gandhi ji in 2018. Now you please keep quiet.
I've completely run out of time.
Let me complete. Rahul Gandhi in 2018
Charu,
said this is an illegal, you know, it's a legal way to take illegal money. This is what Rahul Gandhi said. And you are, and see, the unconstitutionalism.
Congress Party
Governor of Tamil Nadu being
all right. Questions are being raised about electoral bonds, about the ED investigation, but other parties, as we've also seen the list, All India Trinamool Congress, the AICC, the DMK, BRS, BJP have all received money through electoral bonds, although the BJP is the biggest recipient. We'll have to leave it there for the moment. We've not heard the last of this case. This is a matter that could go to the High Court, the Supreme Court, and there could be observations on the PMLA itself. Let's see how things progress in the weeks to come on this issue. That's all we have time for. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. ऑटो क्यों है ऑटो क्यों है हाँ है अरे है बाबा है Yeah, hi. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you. स्क्रिप्ट दिया है ना सुंदर ने दिया होगा